Environment, day 56, 57, 58, 59, 20 MCQs we will discuss now. Daily 5 into 4. So 56th Wednesday MCQs. Number 1. Which of the following habitations can be seen in the animals of desert region? Which of the following adaptations can be seen in the animals of desert region? Number 1. They are nocturnal in habit. You see, majorly. No need to by heart this. Without by hearting also, with common sense we can keep this. Number 1. They are nocturnal in habit because desert region. In desert region there are no trees. When there are no trees, the sunlight will be directly falling on them. When the sunlight is directly falling on them, they have to experience extreme temperatures. So there will be question on survival itself. So better to live in the days or better to live in the nights? Nights. See, upcoming in May month, in June month, if you see outside, April, May, June, afternoon 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, you cannot see any public, you cannot see any transport also. Yes or no? Yes. April month, May month. Why? Summer season. So they don't want to come and expose to the temperature so that they will be getting sunstroke. So better time to come in the evening or better time to come in the nights. So obviously that means the habit will be what? Nocturnal. Nocturnal means night. So that is a common sense. The next thing is they have long legs. See, in the hot summer, so when I have long legs, long hands, long body, what is the benefit? My surface area will be more. When my surface area is more, my surface area exposed to sunlight will be more. When my surface area exposed to sunlight is more, so more heat dissipation will be there. When more heat dissipation is there, my internal organs will be cool. My internal organs will be cool. Why? Because heat is getting dissipated outside. So how much heat is entering into me, that much heat is dissipated outside because of my surface area is more. That means in high temperature or in desert region, what is the natural adaptation? Long people, long legs, long hands. So that is also correct. That is also, they have thick black colored fur on their body. See, black, again black. Anyone will wear black in hot climates? No. Why? Because black will absorb the, so this is also wrong. They have big ears, obviously. Big ears, more surface area, more dissipation of heat. So more cool will be the internal organ. So which of the above statements are correct means 1, 2 and 4. UPSC is also want to know this. UPSC doesn't want to by heart us. UPSC also want to us to understand the common sense. This is the first question. Answer is C. Second, which of the following are the adaptations found in mangroves? Now we will see. Mangroves, where we have mangroves? Where we have mangroves, the very famous mangroves are Sundarbans. The very famous mangroves are Sundarbans. So where all we can see mangroves in India? How many parts of India we can see mangroves? Not all coastal area. There are 4 specific regions. There are 4 specific regions where the mangroves are present. Number 1, Sundarbans. Number 2, Run of Kutch. Number 3, deeper in the south, Mannar, Gulf of Mannar. 3. Number 4, Andaman Nicobar Islands. In these 4 places we can see mangroves. Nowhere we can see the mangroves. So in 4 locations only we can see mangroves. So what type of adaptations will be there in the mangroves? Number 1, viviparity mode of reproduction. Viviparity mode of reproduction, oviparity mode of reproduction. What is that? Oviparous, they give birth to eggs. Viviparous, they give birth to live people. So viviparous means snake will give birth to the snake. Oviparous means snake will give birth to egg. From egg, snake will come out. That is the major difference. So in mangroves, what is the natural selection? In mangroves, the natural selection is there is lot of diversity of species. When there is lot of diversity of species in the mangroves, when I put an egg, there is higher chance of death of the egg because any species can come and beat the egg and it can eat up the thing which is present in the egg. So better to give live birth to whom? A live thing. So hence it is not oviparous but it is viviparous. So this is also correct. Stealth root. What is stealth root? If you see, some trees will be having the roots coming out from the stem. That is called as stealth roots. We can notice this. Stealth roots is nothing but this is the soil. Above the soil, a bark will come. From the bark, the roots will develop. That is called a stealth root. That is also we can observe. Pneumatophorus. Pneumatophorus, sometimes we can see a thick lines. Pneumatophorus, just if you see the image also, we can, a thick lines will be found on the bark of the trees, so that the water, how much is, so excess water which is coming out, which will be disposed out, so that the balance of the tree will be maintained. Yes, that is also there. Thin leaves or thick leaves, more water consumption. Why? Because mangroves means living inside the water, more water consumption, more energy, so the leaves will be thick. So this is the wrong answer. Lenticulate bark, that is also same. The bark which is having the lines is lenticulate bark. So select the correct answers using the give or believe means, except for, so answer is what? A. 1, 2, 3 and 5. Mangrove adaptations. So how the trees will look, the meaning is how the trees will look in mangroves area, how the animals will look in desert region, how the animals will evolve in desert region, how the trees will look in mangroves. The same, it is A. Next is, consider the following statements about biological, biochemical oxygen demand. Very, very important. Biological or biochemical oxygen demand. Biological and biochemical oxygen demand. See, if oxygen, see in water what will be there? H2O. Water is H2O. H2O means what? Water. We consume water, means we are taking oxygen from the water. H2 we are releasing out, which is not necessary. So in the same way, biochemical oxygen demand means mainly the microorganisms which are present inside the water, they will consume the oxygen whatever is available, and that microorganism main function will be what? Whatever the organic material is present, on that organic material this microorganisms will present, and they will take the oxygen whatever is present, and they will be decomposing this organic material. So when they are decomposing this organic material, the oxygen is consumed by whom? Microorganisms. The oxygen is consumed by microorganisms. Means if I calculate, lesser oxygen is present means what will be more? Microorganisms will be more. Why? Because whatever oxygen is present, who has consumed it? Microorganisms are consumed. So up to one particular limit, the biological oxygen demand should be limited only, not more. So once it is coming down means microorganisms are more. Anything more in number is danger. So those microorganisms are consuming more oxygen. Then what will happen? Whatever the oxygen is which is left in the water is consumed by the microorganisms. So marine life, marine weeds, marine plants, now they will not get oxygen. Why? Because oxygen has been consumed by whom? Microorganisms. So this marine life will die now, marine weeds will die now, marine plants will die because they don't get how much oxygen they want. So in this way, biological oxygen demand will explain us how much pure the water is. More pure, more oxygen. So lesser pure means lesser oxygen. So biological oxygen demand is one particular measurement which is used to find out the purity of the water. But the only thing with respect to biological oxygen demand means that microorganisms which will be consuming on organic material only, biological oxygen demand will be calculated. Whereas chemical oxygen demand will be there, whereby the microorganisms will be consuming not only the organic material but also inorganic material. So when they are consuming inorganic material means more oxygen they will consume. When more oxygen is consumed, why? Because they are not only decomposing. See, if I need to, for example, I need to teach, I have the capacity to teach 4 hours of class, but management gave me 8 hours of class. Then last 2 hours will be impacted or not? Yes. My efficiency, my effectiveness, my economy means with how much input, how much output I am giving is called as effectiveness, efficiency, and my outcome, economy outcome, whether it will be hampered or not. So now up to now the microorganisms which was been decomposing only organic matter, now it is not only decomposing organic matter but also inorganic matter. So it will consume more oxygen or less oxygen? More oxygen. So more oxygen demand will be there when the microorganisms are consuming inorganic. That particular measurement is called as chemical oxygen demand. Chemical oxygen demand. Earlier, biological oxygen demand was the measurement used to find the purity of the water, but now we are using chemical oxygen demand for the purity of water. Why? Because now we are calculating the microorganisms, obviously they will be present. So, microorganisms which are consuming not only organic matter but also inorganic matter. So, I told you about biological oxygen demand. Now, we will see it is amount of oxygen consumed by bacteria and other microorganisms which, while they decompose organic and inorganic matter under aerobic conditions. Organic and inorganic or only organic? Biological oxygen demand only organic or organic and inorganic? Chemical oxygen demand organic and inorganic or only organic? So, this is right or wrong? Wrong statement. No. Why? Because inorganic matter is there. If in this place biological oxygen demand, if COD is there, then it is organic and inorganic. Clean water has a BOD value less than 5 ppm, whereas highly polluted water has a BOD value of 17 ppm, means more oxygen. I am asking more oxygen means less oxygen if it is present, then only, no. When I will ask for more oxygen? When less oxygen is present. So, this is correct number. Remember this number. BOD value less than 5 ppm, whereas highly polluted water BOD value will be 17 ppm or more than 17 ppm highly polluted, less than 5 ppm pure. So, BOD value should be, if it is 5 or less than 5 ppm means demand. It's not about the number, demand more 5% of the people. Classroom is there, 100 people are there, 95% of the people are demanding, please don't want this sir, means 95% number, so the teacher is telling good, or 95% are demanding that we don't want this teacher. So, it is demand for more oxygen. When the demand for more oxygen will be there, when the water is more polluted. When there will be demand for more oxygen, when I don't have oxygen, then I will search for oxygen cylinder. So, when there will be demand for oxygen cylinder, when there is no oxygen. So, it is polluted means 17 ppm demand, if it is pure means 5 ppm demand. So, answer is, got it? Only one thing you have to remember, biological oxygen demand only with respect to organic, whereas chemical oxygen demand organic as well as A, B is the correct answer. Kavach systems, you know, Kavach system. Recently Odisha, that much big happened instead of having Kavach system. So, sometimes we cannot believe the technology also. How we can come to conclusion? 287 people died because of the Odisha rail accident which happened. Recently, 1 year back, rail accident happened. In spite of they are having Kavach system. What is Kavach system? When the two rails are moving towards each other, so they will send the sensor. Any big body is in front, then that sensor will go and give the response to the driver. So, driver will be alert. That is Kavach system. Same like radar. What the radar will do? If any missile is coming, the radar will send all the signals. If any missile is coming, it will go and it will hit it. When it hit, if it is coming near, the distance will be reducing. When it is reducing, the distance will be reducing. That means it is coming to the target. Then immediately what I will do? I will launch the missile so that I can destroy it. That is the main function of radar. Similarly, the Kavach system. What is the Kavach system? I will release the signals here. So, up to 5 kilometers, nothing is there, then I can go. But in 1 kilometer, I am seeing one some objections or something is coming up. That means some big body is coming towards me. So, accident can occur. So, I will alert whom? Driver. I will alert the station. I will alert the complete the traffic system, IRTS officers, Indian Railway Traffic Service officers. Then they will alert and they will stop the trains. That is called as Kavach system. But that Kavach system failed. So, Kavach system is mainly with respect to what? Train protection. Train protection system. Next. The Nandi portal, sometimes seen in news, aims to fulfill which of the following portals? Nandi portal. What is the Nandi portal? I will trail you. First, bringing better coordination in coal supplies to power plants. Submission of online petitions for different trade remedies like anti-dumping, safeguard duty and countervailing duty. Streamlining granting of no objection certificate for veterinary drugs and vaccines. Providing online management information systems for agriculture education. The Nandi portal. 10th is, answer is C. What is C? Streamlining granting of no objection certificate for veterinary drugs and vaccines. Why? Because sometimes this drugs for veterinary, for animals are too much dangerous. So, whether if any doctor has recommended any drug for veterinary animals, for for animals. So we can go to this particular Nandi portal, there will be a search box. So see, what is anti-dumping? Again I am repeating, listen. Anti-dumping duty is mainly because of where the production is more, as the production is more there, because of other reasons other than government reasons. Their yield might be more, or wages might be more, less. So because of production is more. So more production at lesser cost, I gave it to India. So now in India my domestic market will be impacted. So to neutralize it, what I did? Anti-dumping tax I levied on it, so that the prices will be competitive. Countervailing duty means mainly government. Because of government subsidies, if prices are coming down, so this food grains I produced in India at lesser cost because of subsidies. Seed subsidy, fertilizer subsidy, water irrigation subsidy, electricity subsidy, minimum support price subsidy. Because of all this subsidy, my production became less. Now I went to Maldives and I sold them. A lesser cost or a higher cost? Lesser cost. Why? Because my input cost is less. Now the Maldives will tell that I am going to impose countervailing duties. Why? Because you people had reduced the price by government subsidies. Now that subsidy I will neutralize by imposing extra tax. That extra tax is called as countervailing duties. Remember this forever. So one tax is called as anti-dumping duty, another tax is called as countervailing duty. Safeguard is nothing, that is main anti-dumping duty and countervailing duty. So answer is C, portal. The Nandi portal is for veterinary